Hey everyone, Michael Bodner here with another Tesla Tunity, and today it's finally tires day. I've had the car for just over 20 months and we have just shy of 33,000 miles. My stock 19-inch wheels with the Continental Conti Pro Contact RX tires, they're shot. There's nothing left. We're going to head over to a local Tires Plus and I'll show you what we picked. So come along with me and check it out. To get started, I researched a lot of tires. Realizing this is an expensive purchase and one that's going to last for a while, I didn't want to make any mistakes. After completing the exhaustive research, I settled down to 4 contenders. First, the Bridgestone Turanza Quiet Track, then the Radestein Quatrack 5. Next up was the Pirelli Cinturato P7 All Season Plus. And then finally, I compared those 3 against the OEM equipment, the Continental Pro Contact RX tires. It's important to note that I do have the 19-inch sport wheels from Tesla. I do not have the 18-inch aero wheels, so please make sure you double check on the research to see how these tires stack up in the 18-inch wheel class. From the contenders came the final 2, and it was basically replace what I already had, the Continental Pro Contact RX tires, or go with a new option, the Pirelli Cinturato P7 All Season Plus. So let's take a look at those tires across a few different classifications. First, starting with the load rating. Both are a rating of 96, which is considered extra load, and that is required for the Tesla Model 3, so that's perfect. Next up is the speed rating. You can see the Continental gets a rating of W, whereas the Pirelli gets a rating of V. But obviously, as you can see those speeds next to it, I'm never going to be in a car that's going that fast down the road. And now we move over to the stuff that really caught my eye. This is where my focus was. So first, starting with treadwear rating. So you can see the Continentals have a 400 rating and the Pirellis have a 700. Now for those who are unfamiliar, there's something called a UTQG rating, Uniform Tire Quality Grading. This was created by NHTSA, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, in the late 70s. Basically, what you need to know about these is that the higher the number, the better, as most things go that way. And the tests are conducted by independent testers, but NHTSA does reserve the right to inspect manufacturers and find them if there are inconsistencies. So generally speaking, these are pretty good ratings. Manufacturers are not allowed to overstate, but they can understate. So what does all of that mean? Assuming neither manufacturer has understated their treadwear rating, the 33,000 miles that I went in the Continental tires, all things being equal, I should be able to reasonably expect 57,750 miles in the Pirelli tires. Next up is your starting tread depth, and you can see there's an extra 32nd there for the Pirellis, so you've got a little bit more rubber on the tread there from the start. All right, so we made a decision and we decided to go with the Pirellis. Really liked everything that I saw. In fact, it saved about $200 over the Continental tires. They are supposed to last longer. And one of the more important things, and there was really no way to put it up on the screen, it's mostly opinion, reading reviews and ratings online. The Continental tires really didn't have enough ratings to qualify, but the Pirellis get high marks on quietness and comfort. And those are 2 critical factors for me, knowing our cars are so quiet and knowing that road noise is one of the few things you're going to hear, really, road noise and wind. I wanted to make sure I had quiet tires. So we selected the Pirellis and we went ahead and got the tires installed. If you're curious, of course, as you've probably heard, those Continental tires do have some noise canceling or insulating foam. And that's what you can see up on the screen right now. So that runs all throughout the tire with a tiny seam, obviously somewhere where they needed to install it. But again, the foam isn't necessarily everything. The tires I've selected are supposed to be incredibly quiet, and they don't have foam. So again, we'll see how that goes. After the tires were installed, they put the car up for an alignment, and it was actually really good. Just needed some minor adjustments after 33,000 miles on the road, so I was pretty happy there. Then we got it home, and you can see that's the nice brand new tread on the Pirelli tires. And just confirming they do in fact have 10-30 seconds, actually just a smidge more than 10-30 seconds on the tread depth. All right, so you've seen the comparison of the Continental Pro Contact RX tires that came with the car with the foam inserts and my new Pirelli Cinturato P7 All Season Plus, that's a mouthful, tires, no foam. So obviously the comparison was based on reviews online, but how do I actually feel about them? So I've put just shy of 200 miles on the car and with the new tires, and I absolutely love them. I was really nervous that getting rid of that foam and going to a different tire, I was gonna have some issues with noise, but I can honestly say I absolutely love the Pirellis. I saved about $200 in total for the 4 tires being replaced. They should last a lot longer. The car is just as quiet as with the Continental foam tires. If anything, the car feels more comfortable. I've floored it getting on the highway. I've driven in the rain, stability-wise, braking-wise, everything about them. Honestly, the car feels, truthfully, about the same, a little more comfortable, and these tires were less expensive and they're gonna last a lot longer. So I've got the details down below for you in the description. But one last thing, you know, I forgot about this, but let's check out the efficiency of the tires. So if you swipe right to left, of course, on the Model 3 screen, it'll bring up your statistics on the efficiency of your vehicle. Scroll down a little bit, and I renamed the first trip computer lifetime. Unfortunately, I did have a computer replacement about 14,000 miles ago. So my lifetime is not a full lifetime, but it's still a really accurate depiction. You could see over 14,392 miles, and my efficiency rating is a 248 watt hours per mile. Of course, the lower you are, the more efficient you are. With the Pirelli tires, I started tracking as soon as they went in. So you can see just shy of 200 miles, and we're at a 251. So very, very close to the 248. Still really early to tell, of course. All right, so as you can see, the efficiency is pretty much, we'll say it's within range. It's really close. It's still early, just shy of 200 miles. But I feel pretty comfortable that these tires are going to be just as efficient. And a couple of last notes or final notes that I want to give here. I do not live in a winter climate, and I do not track my car. So for me, what my criteria was I want a quiet tire. It's going to last for a long time. It's going to be comfortable, and I'd be really happy. And it looks like the efficiency is there as well. So that's all I have for you guys on this one. We'll catch you on the next one, everyone. Bye.